What's going on, everybody? Jake here with Bandit Fitness Equipment. Today we're going to be talking about the new redesigned Spirit XT685 treadmill, a new 2023 model that brings over some features from the previous generation, but also adds some new ones. Let's get into it. So if you're not familiar with the Spirit XT685, let's lay some ground features from the previous generation that also crosses over to the current. So this is Spirit's entry-level treadmill for light commercial usage. And that basically means anything above a home but below a membership. So a condo, an apartment complex, 55 and older, anything like that. So you're gonna have a 4 horsepower motor, you're gonna have 3-inch rollers front and back, which is going to give you a really high weight capacity of 425 pounds. As far as speed and incline, you have good ranges to work with. It's going to start at a half mile an hour up to 12, and you have up to 15 degrees of adjustable incline. A lot of the changes you're going to see with the 2023 redesign is going to be in the console itself, and we'll start really up here with the tablet holder. So the tablet holder comes standard now with not just the treadmills, but also the ellipticals and the bikes on the new 2023 models. And it's good. You have a dedicated spot. You can adjust it based on the size of the tablet. And then going further down, you have a dedicated lip here for your phone. And Spirit said the reason is because they wanted you to have a dedicated spot for both tablet and phone without having to put it on this lip, which would cover the console itself completely. So that is nice to have that forethought. Now, the screen itself has also been redesigned. It's a very crystal clear, easy to read system. You have all of your metrics throughout here. These bevels are a little bit bigger, but that's because Spirit is also coming out with a touchscreen version of this, a 15.6 inch, which would be nice. So that'll probably cover a lot of that inside there. They're just reusing a part. But overall, aesthetically, this looks very streamlined. Now, going down through here, you can't really see it because it's more internal, but the last model had a plug-in to play music through your phone. This is Bluetooth enabled, so you don't have to worry about a wire anymore. You can just Bluetooth connect to the screen and then play your music throughout. Now, on your cup holders, these do have some changes. The previous design, I never understood why they did this, but the previous design treadmills had kind of angles in the cup holder, so if you had something that was a little top heavy, it would fall out. These go to a very practical design. They are flat inside. You have 1, 2, and then 3, 4 at different levels. As we're coming down from the console, we get into our button assembly, and this is a much more streamlined version than what we've seen before. It's much better than having all the buttons up on the console and up here, and it looks really crowded. This aesthetically, I think, is a much better upgrade. So we've got all the buttons through here for our quick speed, our quick incline, and partially of how they've been able to get this, a much cleaner setup is that instead of having a button for each program, you have a program button that allows you to sort through the different options and select the one you want. Really nice to have. Now, some new buttons you have on the side here, some returning ones actually, one being the fan, so you have a couple fan systems here, that's really nice. And the child lock, that is a new one for the 2023 model. So if you're gonna have this in your home or any situation where you might have kids in the area, this allows you to disable the machine. The last big change to the 2023 redesign is going to be down here on your heart rate grips and also on your handrails themselves. So the heart rate grips, the last model just had a long bar across the front you held onto. It was okay. I think ergonomically, these are more comfortable, just being honest. Having them be more rounded, having them angled upwards, it feels more natural of where my hands naturally want to be. So on the side rail system, we have an incline on the left and a speed on the right. The difference is the previous generation had 2 buttons. This employs a rocker system, which I think is a little more practical, because if you're on this and you're running and you're in the zone, it might not be the most practical to try and hit a button on the side or on the console itself. If you're running and you have to quickly just adjust, you can easily just flick that and it makes a little more sense. And then the rails themselves here, these have been extended by a few inches. So that way, if you're running further away from the front of the machine, you still have something to hold on to. And the Spirit logo on the side, I think it looks really nice. Thank you so much for watching the video. We hope you enjoyed it. As always, we recommend testing the equipment out before actually making the purchase because things are very different in person versus just seeing a photo or watching a video. So if you happen to be in the Tampa Bay area, make sure to stop by our showroom here and test this unit out. If you have any questions, leave a comment below, like and subscribe. We really appreciate it. And until next time, train hard.